What is going on, everybody? This is Slick from Breaking the Clutch. I am here with Nick, and today we have some very exciting stuff for you. We have the first ever paid Halo Wars 2 tournament, I believe. We believe that's true. We believe that's true. Nick, what do you think about today so far? We've already played through 2 pools of teams. We've had 10 teams competing against each other. What are your thoughts right now?
We've got so many competitive teams on here. I think we had a match just in the game 5 came down to the last 2 between Lunar host and Swedish Meatballs. We almost had an EU semifinals. We had a team from Sweden and they just fell out in the very last game. So we've got teams from all around the world, all around the United States competing in our first ever Halo Wars 2 tournament.
That's right, man. And you know, there's money on the line as well. What's the prize pool looking like for these players, for the number 1 team?
So aside from the $10 tournament entry fee, we have 2 anonymous donors of $30 each. Very generous on their part. So first place is going to take home $80, second place is going to take home $50, third $25, fourth $15. So you get a little bit more than you came in with if you come in 4th place. So a little bit of money for everyone who has made it to the semifinals and out of the grueling pool round robin.
Hey, that's awesome. So these teams are competing for money. It's great to hear that. Right now, we have some of the best Halo Wars players in the world. In fact, the number 1 2v2 player in the world is in this tournament, and we're looking at it right now in the lobby. Andrew is Toxic, also known as Team Toxic. They will be playing in this tournament, and if I'm right, C. Mitch X, who is the number 1 2v2 player in the world. He is 36-0 right now with the new ranked ladder after the update, and his teammate, Udpu, is number 3 overall in the world. So we already have an excellent match for us to kick things off. It's pretty insane.
I couldn't be more excited to start off the semifinals with these guys. Let's see what their strategies are, and let's see if Lunar Host can upset them, because clearly at this moment, Andrew is Toxic, which is their team name. They are clearly the favorites in this tournament, and if we could see Lunar Host maybe take a game, maybe even take the series, that would be incredible.
Absolutely. And right now, Andrew's Toxic is sitting at 4-0, and that's pretty solid. And they will be going up against Lunar Host, who is currently 3-1. Both teams are very good. Both teams are very experienced. C. Mitch in particular and Udpu have been playing Halo Wars for at least 3 years, and they've been at the top of the leaderboards for all 3 years in both Halo Wars games. So it's going to be really awesome to see what they have to pull out in strategy, as well as techniques and tactics in this coming up match.
And of course, we don't want to forget, let's go ahead and mention this right now. We had 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. Out of Pool A, Andrew is Toxic, finished 4-0. They take the number 1 seed from Pool A. Now, on the opponent that they were playing came from Pool B, finished 3-1, which is 2nd in that pool. So that's the first semifinal A that we will see right now. And then on the other side of that, Pool A, 2nd place was Good Shit Buck Snort. They finished 3-1. And they will be playing the number 1 seed from Pool B, which is Spartan 2 Wannabes, who are 4-0. So right now, we've got 2 4-0 teams. There's a possibility that a team here can go undefeated the entire tournament, not even drop a single game, Pat.
That's absolutely insane and impressive. We've recently got the update on, fairly recent, last week. The whole meta was changed with the introduction of buff turrets, with the reduction of marine effectiveness, and all kinds of other changes from this new meta and the new patch update that a lot of these teams haven't had a very long time to practice and get ready for this event. So just the fact that there was an update to change up everything they had practiced previously for the last month, everything they had worked on, it's going to be incredibly interesting to see what the teams do in order to pull out a win. So with the current state of the game, we are not giving a theater mode or even a replay mode where we're able to spectate the teams, at least as of right now. There have been talks about it coming out in the future, but as of right now, in order to host this tournament, what we're going to have to do is station 2 cameras, 1 on each team, and do a 3v3 match. Both the cameras will self-destruct their bases from the start, and that way they'll be able to spectate the game from each side, giving us camera angles from both teams, and that way we can see every single play that happens throughout the game.
And before this tournament officially goes underway, I want to give a few shout outs. First, to every single person who watches our YouTube videos. You guys gave us the inspiration to create a tournament like this to facilitate it. And it's been overwhelming, but thanks to your guys' support, we've been able to put this together, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it and and want us to continue with more tournaments in the future. The second group that we want to give a shout out to is everyone who participated in this tournament. Thank you guys so much for believing in us, for being able to facilitate this tournament, and we try to do it in the most clear as day way. And hopefully you guys had no confusion. Hopefully everything went smoothly on your guys' side, and hopefully you'll join us for another tournament that we'll be hosting very soon, which will be announced within a couple weeks. The third group that I want to give a shout out to are the 2 anonymous donors that we had with their gracious and generous $30 donation. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. You have no idea. And the last group that I want to give a shout out to is, of course, the Halo Wars Reddit, where all Halo Wars content can be found. It's a great place for just conversating, and it's a very welcoming community. Please be sure to check those guys out if you have not already.
Like, I don't know what they're going to do. So C-Mitch, being a very experienced player as himself, he most certainly is going to try to use the best possible technique to get the game over with as quickly as possible. I'd expect some serious rush play out of him. I know that they most certainly will be running Kinsano, the new DLC leader, with her fiery techniques and crazy leader abilities. And Updo and Udpu are probably going to be running Anders as well. I think that's their combo that they'll choose for this match. I think it'll be very interesting to see what they do, and a lot of us can learn from the number 1 and number 3 player in 2v2s in the world for Halo Wars 2.
Now, I think what we'll actually learn most from in this game, Pat, is if Lunar can stop the number 1 and number 3 player in the world, what strategy are they possibly using that can stop these players in their tracks? So if Lunar Host is able to push back, Andrew is toxic, maybe take a game, that's, I think, where we'll see the biggest improvement, and we'll be able to take those strategies and implement them for time to come, because it seems at this point Andrew is toxic has been running through matchmaking, and there's no answer at this moment for these guys. So again, if Lunar Host can stop them, take a game, maybe even slow down the game and bring this into the 15-20 minute mark where maybe Andrew is toxic is not normally comfortable with, that's, I think, where we find our really good strategies.
Absolutely, man. And you know, that's something that a lot of players forget, is that some of the best times to learn, some of the best strategies to implement come from those losses. You learn a lot from the times that you just get shoved under the bus and completely left behind. In those matches where you get completely destroyed, you learn some of the best techniques, some of the best ideas, and you can implement them in your own gameplay the second you're done with the match.
Lunar Host is ready to go. C-Mitch is ready to go.
Let's
get game 1 underway, Pat. Let's do this.
Oh boy, all right. We're starting her up. Now, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be running 2 different camera angles so that we can see both teams and their techniques and what they decide to do. Nick, which leader are you going to choose?
I think I'm going to go Captain Cutter.
All right, mad respect, mad respect.
And again, just as a reminder, we will be selfing our bases, letting our time run out so we can then view the respective players' cameras, just as a clarification. Pat, here we go. We are underway.
We are off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Halo Wars 2 BtC 2v2 tournament. Like I said, brought to you by Breaking the Clutch. On the red side, playing for Andrew is Toxic, we have in the orange, Udpu playing as Anders, and of course, in the yellow, we have C-Mitch playing as the new DLC leader, Kinsano.
And on the blue side, of course, we've got Lunar Host, and they have Host aside, who I believe is the, I'm colorblind, sorry, he's the teal. And then we've got Lunar's Wish, who is the light blue. Are you seeing anything going on your side already?
Absolutely. So very interestingly, Udpu has opted for a quick expo. He has taken a second base right off the bat before the first minute, and it looks like C-Mitch is going for some sort of Jackrabbit Scout opener to grab extra power. So I think it's safe to assume that they're going to go straight into some serious Jackrabbit play.
So interesting on this side, I have Host's side who went Generator second immediately, and it looks like he's already upgraded it as well.
Interesting. And it looks like also for that's pretty interesting. So if he's going with a power generator first,
that's a Jackrabbit rush it looks like then.
Oh, most certainly. I think he's going to go for any kind of power unit, or he's going for a quick tech up as well. And if he goes quick tech up, then he can most likely defend any kind of Jackrabbit early pressure. It looks like Udpu's second base is coming up right now, and it looks like C-Mitch is still going around grabbing as much power on the map. And it looks like C-Mitch is now taking his second mini base expo. With 2 mini base expos, that means he could do just about anything in terms of Jackrabbit Marine Pump. Nick, what's it look like over there?
And Pat, on this side, we've got Lunar's Wish, who has put up a barracks. It looks like he's going to be going perhaps, well, we've actually, both of them are going barracks. They are double barracking. Why not? They're, it looks like Flamers and Marines, some sort of combo like that. It looks like they're just double Marine, double Flaming Rush right now. And at this moment, they are spreading their units far and wide across the map, picking up every supply that is in their sight. You have no idea what I'm seeing on this side.
It looks like over here for Andrew is Toxic, we're still just seeing Udpu really start getting his production up and running. He's upgrading more things on his base, making sure everything's good to go. And what it looks like to me is it looks like Udpu could be going for an aggressive expansion upgrade base into siege tanks, or siege turrets, sorry, which would be extremely interesting.
That would be amazing.
That's a pretty strong opener, if I'd say. Also looks like now C-Mitch is triple pumping Jackrabbits. Oh, big engagement over here in the middle. Lots of Marines.
Yeah, Jackrabbits in the center.
Looks like he's already got support drones. C-Mitch has already upgraded his Jackrabbits. Oh my god, you can't let those Jackrabbits
have to get out of here.
You have to spread out your units. C-Mitch saves both Jackrabbits right away. Looks like C-Mitch is running about 3 Jackrabbits at this point. Oh my god, I see some early Sentinels out of Udpu. 2 early Sentinels already. It turns out they are still available to use in the game, man. I thought those bastards got nerfed, but it's crazy to see those things still in play.
And real quick, Host Side's upgrading Marine Grenade at the moment, but in the center we've got the engagement right here.
Oh
Our
man.
Blue is just not in a position to hold this off.
C-Mitch is losing.
To get over right now.
Oh my god, lots of Jackrabbits going down to those AI Sentinels though. That's really
Sentinels,
not that
the tag team.
That is crazy. Currently though, Udpu has 4 unupgraded Super Sentinels flying around the map. That is insane. Man. He is using them to take out the power node AI Sentinels. Very interesting. Oh, but big engagement in the middle.
Engagement in the center.
Oh my god. C-Mitch, he's doing a great job of just keeping all the Marines busy. The Marines and Flamers are chasing down those units instead of doing anything. I'm pretty sure, Nick, do they know anything about Udpu's expansion right now?
I don't believe they do. And here's the problem. They're all going, both players are going Marines on my side. It's going to take them so long to turn around if they do. I mean, they're committing right here. They're going straight for orange. This is the game right here. If they lose this, it's going to be a quick counter on C-Mitch's team.
Exactly that. And they still have no idea about Updude. Oh my god, dude. Look at all the Sentinels dropping the turret for the extra defense. Double turreting.
I don't think they have anything to stop these Sentinels. Look at the micro. He's perfectly maneuvering around the base.
That is insane. Staying just out of range.
Doing a good amount of damage on the base.
Oh my god, the base is nearly quarter health gone. It's getting close to half, but the Sentinels have to engage in order to take out some of this fight, man. Oh my god.
Fields right now.
That is insane. If they're able to take out this expo, that's a pretty, or the main base, sorry. If they take out the main base, they're in a great position to at least build up after this, but at the same time.
The only issue, Pat, is that they're overcommitting here. There are no other units on the map that they have. Everything is right here.
Absolutely insane defense. C-Mitch has been free to make Jackrabbits with support drone this entire time.
And they're gaining their health back on the base right now. I think it stopped.
Jesus.
So close in taking that base out.
What an absolutely clutch play. Now C-Mitch and Udpu are free to push across the map.
And
absolutely
they don't have any. They have 1 turret each on their base right now. It is not looking. Oh, actually, I take that back. Lunar's Wish has 4 turrets on his base, and Host's Side has 1 turret trying to get 2, maybe 3 in right now.
Oh my, here we go. Big push up from both teams.
This is it.
Sentinels and Jackrabbits pushing. Oh, where are those Sentinels? They most certainly need those Sentinels. C-Mitch needs to back up and make sure both teams have all of their units. Oh, looks like they're opting for a defensive play. They're going to wait. They're going to be a little more conservative and see what's going on. Nick, how does the defense look?
Nothing wrong with that.
How does the defense look?
Defense is weak at the moment. I mean, look, Lunar's Wish does have 4 turrets, but it is not enough to stop the amount of Sentinels that they have. Oh, we have an expansion. Hosticide's doing a dangerous expansion right in between the bases, and it's 6 minutes in. You've got no units. This is the time where you want to expand? I don't think so. It's a very risky play.
Man. You know, at the same time, if that expansion goes unnoticed, it could really pay out. Looks like C-Mitch is still kind of staying middle map with the Jackrabbit push, and it looks like all the Sentinels are going to slightly pull back and make sure they can defend. The expansion for Udpu has not been upgraded.
We've got to push here on the left. We've got to push here on the left.
Oh my.
You're right. He's bringing his Marines up. I don't think it's a good idea. And it looks like C-Mitch, tell me if I'm wrong, but he's like, it almost looks like he's just suiciding maybe a Jackrabbit or 2, maybe as a scout, but also to fill up units in a different or utilize different units, because I don't think he wants Jackrabbits at this point, or is he still going Jackrabbits?
If he uses the Jackrabbits wisely, right? If he's able to tell, okay, the infantry units on the map can be taken out by these Jackrabbits. Look at that perfect surround there from Mitch.
And that's all his units.
Oh my god, another turret defense there from the green player. I don't know if that's really a wise idea. Save that money up. You're going to need that to defend the Sentinels.
Here's the issue. They're just, I mean, light green just pushed up on his own, lost all his units. He's got no units left at his base. Now dark blue's got just a little bit of units left, and he's kind of pushing up with them. This one's all Andrew is toxic. It would be an absolute collapse if they lost this game right now.
I agree with you 100%. We have a massive fleet of unupgraded Sentinels, it looks like to me, out of Udpu, and a good amount of Jackrabbits for C-Mitch. C-Mitch has grabbed an expansion with Garage constructing, and that's pretty impressive because if he is going for a Garage play early on, looks like he's making a Kodiak. C-Mitch with the Kodiak coming out right now. That could do a serious number on a lot of those infantry units, as Kodiaks just shoot from such a long distance, being siege units as well.
So Pat, where do you think they're going to try to set up these Kodiaks? Because I'd imagine they want them to attack the base from a their enemy base from a safe distance, while maybe they push up with those Jackrabbits, while they push up with those Sentinels.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they need to hold down the middle map. Looks like Udpu has officially upgraded his Sentinels. He has the 2 additional Sentinels, and that greatly increases the damage and HP of Sentinels. Of course, even post-patch, I'm sure they're strong enough to maintain. On the flip side, however, you know, this is the prime time. This is that awkward moment in the game where both rushes have failed and they have to decide to do something else. There's going to be a big stalemate for a while here, so it all comes out to who can maintain defense the best in this situation.
For some reason, though, Pat, C-Mitch's team did not push up.
I know, it's absolutely astonishing.
They stopped the attack, which was a great defensive strategy, but they haven't done anything. I'd imagine at this moment, oh, here it is. That's the moment. Here come all the Super Sentinels. They're going for the expansion. That expansion is going to drop in a heartbeat.
Oh!
What does he try to drop on him?
Oh, he almost dropped the napalm missiles, but ended up canceling it. Interesting play there. Oh, there it is.
He went for it there.
Oh no, the strafe.
Such a good.
The base drops, man. Oh my god, Marines and Flamers can't do anything to that.
Marines are doing a decent amount of damage, but I don't think they're upgraded with RPG yet.
Well, you know what, Nick? At the same time, that was exactly what Team Andrew is Toxic needed to do. You know, they took out the Expo, continuing their dominance in terms of economy as a team. Right now, they need to do as much as possible to keep them down to 1 base. And it looks like we have just got up to Tech 3 for one of the red players, and it's looking pretty good. Looks like C-Mitch is going for, once again, more vehicle play. I'm seeing Kodiaks kind of defend on the map. Most importantly, the Kodiaks...
They're doing such a good job of containing right now.
Absolutely. Better than any other player I've seen in a really long time. Contain a base. Still with the turret defense, it looks like the blue team is constantly dropping as many turrets as possible to make sure they defend the situation.
We've got a lot of blue units in the center.
But as you can see, the Kodiaks are
good.
Completely rinsing those units. Oh my god. You see the Kodiaks.
All of blue's units right there.
Oh
that's
my. At the Jackrabbit combination, the Kodiaks from Udpu.
Wow, look at those Kodiaks. Brilliantly placed.
Oh my god. The Kodiak, the siege units in general. As you can see, with Anders' upgrade, every single time a siege unit attacks and destructs its shell, 2 Sentinels pop out to start attacking the enemy units. It's a completely ridiculously strong play out of both players to just mass Kodiaks and make sure the defense is too strong for these players to continue to push up.
Andrew is Toxic has won this game. The green team on this side has Post's side just got Tech 2 for the first time this game.
Oh, with
he
a
does have an expansion,
drop.
but nothing.
Nothing else? Oh my.
Nothing else. They are out of units at their main. All it would take right now is Andrew is Toxic, and it looks like they're pushing those Kodiaks up right now. It looks like they're getting ready for that final assault that would end this game.
We have about 8 Kodiaks on the map for both players. We have a multitudinous amount of Flame Hogs out of the Cansano players, C-Mitch, as well as Kodiaks. Looks like a double vehicle push. They know that air will not be a problem at this point in the game with their containment strategy. Still, oh, looks like Udpu has officially fully upgraded his Sentinels, man. He's got 6
all the Kodiaks in the center.
Absolutely ridiculously. It's
what a strategy.
Oh my. With the arc defense as well.
Look at the patience that they have. They are slowly inching their way up. They're not overcommitting. And look, he's still going for the scout. This is so crucial in this part of the game to just make sure you know you're not getting ambushed in any way possible. He now is aware that they're going air. Maybe they throw a little more Wolverines in that mix. But this is wrapped up.
Yeah.
The early commitment didn't pay off for Lunar Host, and it's only a matter of time until those siege turret or those siege Kodiaks push up and end this game.
Exactly that. And as I said earlier in the game, I was like, oh wow, I'm surprised they called in an arc defense. And then I remembered, man, just the siege ability out of Anders, the amount of sentinels that they had just from those 5 Kodiaks applying that pressure had the amount of sentinels that looked similar to an arc defense leader ability from Anders. And at this point in the game, man, C-Mitch, you can tell why he's the #1 2v2 player in the world, has a massive amount of Warthogs, looks like at least 20 Warthogs. All the units are gathering in the middle, Nick. This might be one of the final attacks or defenses from the red team to make sure the nail in the coffin goes in for the blue guys.
So right now on the blue side, Lunar Wish is double pumping Warthogs, Flamehogs, I should say.
Oh.
Interesting play. I don't know if he'll get enough out in time to to defend this. And we've also got Teal with Hornets and Marines and Cyclops pushing up to the center, but that's a terrible idea. He's just going to get bombarded in just a second. They're not together. That's the problem. Oh goodness.
My
This is
God.
it. They're not. The problem is C-Mitch's team is moving up inch by inch, and then these guys are just pushing up without each other.
Oh,
this
with
is
the
not
napalm
how you're gonna win the
strike,
game.
there are so many sentinels on the map right now. I'm surprised our consoles can handle the graphic craziness that is going on. The sentinel swarm looks like it's just too much for the blue team. C-Mitch and Udpu doing an excellent job of taking down this match. Oh my God, this is incredible.
Now, why don't you think they're pushing up just yet? Are they toying with them, possibly?
I don't think.
Are they
I don't
making a
think so.
statement here in the semifinals?
I think they're waiting for some vehicle upgrades for both of their units, making sure the Sentinels are in a good spot. Because what I think they're going to do at this point, they're going to be using a leapfrog methodology with the Kodiaks. That means keeping the Kodiaks in the front sieged up, moving the ones in the back ahead of them, sieging up again, and slowly crawling their way up to the front. And as we can see still, there's one C-Mitch Kodiak just kind of trying to make sure we have the vision here for the red Kodiaks, the orange Kodiaks to lay in the Sentinel
brilliant play.
death. Here we go. Even with the anti-air units out of green, I don't think it's enough to handle the massive Sentinel play, man.
Oh my goodness.
This is
we
ridiculous.
might need a nerf on this.
Yeah, this needs a nerf, man. 343, if you're watching, Sketch, my boy, please, we need to fix this. The absolutely incredible plays out of C-Mitch and Updo.
Here's the problem. On Dark Blue right now, Lunar Wish has so many Warthogs and Wolverines, but he's not pushing up to help his teammate. In fact, he's just stacking them. They're playing scared right now. That initial push that failed has pretty much ended the game for him. They don't have the confidence to continue this one.
And even further, Nicholas, I just want to let you know here, absolutely crazy plays out of Udpu. He has made an air pad and has flown Nightingales out to support the Kodiaks in the middle of the map.
Oh my.
Get the ones that were one shot from that engagement.
Pat, we have a situation going on.
Big engagement
so we've got
here.
Dark Blue pushing far right, and then Teal's pushing far left. It looks like they might try to swing around the map and go for one final push onto a main.
That would be an absolutely great play, because keep in mind, the Kodiaks are not mobile enough. Of course, C-Mitch has 9,000 Warthogs in the middle of the map. Looks like C-Mitch is considering
They're
a
leaving the
chase down.
bases wide open. I mean, Dark Blue is pushing up. He's about to be on the enemy side of the map.
Look at the flame craziness from the Warthogs. Kinsano's Flame Hogs, man.
They have to back up. He has to back up.
They
immediately
there
backed
are.
up. Oh, there it is.
The
That's
big engagement.
overkill.
Oh, with
That
the
is-
Inferno
this is it.
drop.
There's
Lots
the
of
one
Warthogs.
Inferno.
Oh my God.
Did a
Dropping
great
in
deal
some
of damage,
flamers.
but there's no way this is going to hold it off.
This just
Now
isn't
look
enough.
at, they're going to let this, I'd imagine they're going to let the, oh, there it is. There's a drop, Napalm. It didn't hit.
It missed. It hit maybe one Warthog. There's another one. That's a great. Oh, he didn't follow through. He canceled the napalm drop on that engagement. Now they know that all they have to do is wait now. The leader powers have been completely used up by the enemy team. Oh my God, but a huge engagement from the blue team up onto C-Mitch's main base.
There he goes. He committed. Maybe that's why C-Mitch backed up on that. And Pat, on the far side of the map, Green is pushing up right now. He's got the regen.
Oh my, they're doing
He's
a
healing
split
up and he's
play?
going to make a push onto red.
Oh my God, absolutely crazy. The Sentinels have come in, dude. This is definitely it for the blue engagement.
Wow.
He did a great number on that base, but every single Warthog will fall for the blue team. Sentinels are still the meta, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how much damage they are doing
Look at
to
the
this
damage you're
force.
doing to the base right now.
They've killed half the pads, but still,
Pat,
look at
on the far
swarm.
side. Look at on the far side. Green has made a push. He's stopping up Dude's expansion.
Oh my god.
They are pushing back C-Mitch right now.
That's a great play.
It looks like Yellow pushed. Okay, so Yellow needs to push up right now.
Absolutely. C-Mitch and Udpu need to make a push onto the main base or expansion of blue team because it looks like they did just lose a base there because of the great split play. C-Mitch knows that, and he's pushing up with all 9 million of his Warthogs to make sure that they can apply that pressure and stay in the lead right now because Green
Lunar's
is going
Wish
to be
has
free.
no units now.
No units except for the Green Army?
But he's got no units. This one's over.
Oh my god.
It was such a great play, but they need to use more teamwork in the next game if they're going to win this. It's so difficult to split your units like that. I mean, because look, right now you've got Teal pushing onto Green's back base. That's great and all, but your teammate is now about to lose the game.
He's about to lose his only base left. That was not good. And of course, as you can see, with Green's engagement, the Sentinels pushing up will completely annihilate the Green Army, while Kodiaks, Warthogs, and Wolverines are absolutely free to wreak havoc on Lunar's Wish's main base.
Wow.
What
a game.
Opening game to the
Yes.
semifinals of the BtC 2v2 Open.
And this is only the semifinals, might I add.
Oh my god, this is insane.
Great strategies being implemented by both teams. I think that's it though, Pat.
I think that's it as well.
As we wrap up, what can Lunar's host do to try to even the series here? Remember, it is a best 2 out of 3.
Absolutely. And you know, I was thinking about that immediately. Just as you mentioned earlier in the game as well, as the Marines and Flamers push up to engage early on in the match, they completely left their bases wide open. If they did the same play, but use their units to control the middle and their side of the map, use them as a defensive play, they have a much better chance against the Jackrabbit / Sentinel push early game of Team Andrew is Toxic.
Now we're just waiting for the final push. It doesn't look like, I guess the hostess side is still producing units, but he has to know at this point that it is all said and done. Exactly. He's trying to go Marines and some, that's not even going to happen. This one is all said and done. We're going to have to move on to game number 2. Pat, any closing thoughts on this one? What a match.
What an incredible opener, man. This is better than anybody could have asked for. Some of the best players in the world at Halo Wars 2 going head to head.
And you're watching their strategies live.
Look at this
with money on the line.
Look at how many units C-Mitch and Udpu have to take down this team. Pesticide's base is going to drop so quickly as it falls. They are thinking to themselves, what did we do wrong? Absolutely incredible plays from Team Andrews is Toxic.
I think the one thing that we have to pay attention to as well, the patience that Andrew is Toxic has. They didn't overcommit in the beginning. I mean, look. Alright, so the green team, blue team, pushed and they almost killed that expansion right off the start, but they were unable to do it, and that pretty much sealed the deal. It allowed Andrew is Toxic to build up this army that you're seeing right now.
Oh my. Absolutely incredible plays from all teams. Andrew is Toxic taking the lead in game 1. Series is now up 1-0. Incredible plays.
Whoa. Developing story. We've got 4 green Marines maneuvering around this map. Oh, he's got 3 flame hogs too.
Oh my! Do you think that's enough to take out this army?
He's sieging C-Mitch's base right now.
Oh no! He knows.
Oh,
C-Mitch with the arc defense and the Inferno combination.
It wasn't needed.
No.
It wasn't needed. Spare them.
Rest in peace, blue team. Absolutely incredible attempt at taking down the number 1 and 3 player in the world at Halo Wars 2v2s. Absolutely
and that's game
amazing.
1, Pat.
That's game 1.
What a game.
Oh my, I'm gonna need some water. My throat is killing me. So much excitement early on. As we can see here, we're gonna take a look.
Bases built.
Just look at everything collectively. Udpu just single-handedly keeping the game in his control. 31,000 supplies, 22,000 power. Incredible economy, the best in the game right now for economy. And of course, as well, 87 destroyed units. Completely great plays across the board for Team Andrews Toxic.
What an absolute game.
Incredible. All right, let's move on to game 2. The strategy that Andrew is Toxic has is so strong, so great at defending, so great at aggression that they could really get as creative as they want with it. And it looks like already they're going to use the exact same combination they were running last time, Kitsano and Anders, and just see how it goes.
I hate to interrupt. We've got a
Oh.
Shipmaster in the semifinals. Right now, host side has switched it up. We've got a Cutter Shipmaster going up against the #1 and #3 player in the world. Could the Shipmaster redeem himself right here? Is it possible?
I think so, man. I honestly believe so. On the red side, we have Andrew is Toxic, and with the color yellow, we have C Mitch. One of the best players, if not the best player in Halo Wars 2 right now. The #1 player for doubles. And on the second spot here, we have Updo, the orange player. I'm sorry, Udpoo, the orange player. Always throwing me off with that awesome gamer tag. And he's running the classic Anders Sentinel play right off the rip. Let's see what they can do together.
And on the blue side, of course, we have Lunar as host, or Lunar host, excuse me. They're not host, Pat is host. We've got Lunar's host on the, I can't see these colors, Pat, I'm struggling. Dark blue, is that light blue? Light blue, we've got Lunar Wish, and the teal, we've got the one, the only, the Shipmaster host aside. And we've got a power extractor already. He's going the same style of play that he did in the previous game. He went generator first in the previous one. Now he's going extractor first on this one. Interesting.
That is extremely interesting, if I'm honest. And I mean, in particular, it looks like C-Mitch is once again opting for a similar play. He's open with the Jackrabbit, going to grab power once again. So he's just very fond, as you guys have probably seen in our videos, he's very fond of opening with Jackrabbits because they're so effective. They are so mobile, and any infantry unit can't do much against them.
They're so great at containing too, especially with how quick they are.
They're so versatile. They allow such creative play early game, and they're such a strong opener for just about any player. Once again, Udpoo going for the early expo. It looks like we're seeing a similar Sentinel build.
Early main base expo?
Exactly. He's already got a second base, and he used my extra spot on the map to do it. So they have a great spot on the map in order to contain. They can defend this very easily. That's a great play.
Best thing is they could turtle this. If things go wrong and they get pushed back, they've got 3 bases there. They could set up 6 turrets all along the front line and help each other.
Exactly.
Utilize that extra spot.
Utilizing that, both teams are given a fair opportunity to control the early game. And like I said, C-Mitch already off the start has grabbed, once again, same play as the last one, Nick. This should be very intimidating, but at the same time, blue team knows exactly what could happen. They know that the strategy is coming. They could be prepared for this if they just prepare for the same thing that happened last game.
Now, I'm having an issue on my side. They're going Marines again. It looks like they're going to try for something very similar as last game and hope that it pays off differently, and I don't know if it will. They have no expos at the moment. They don't have any mini bases. They're just moving Marines around the map. They're moving grunt squads around the map, trying to take power nodes, take supplies. I just don't know if it's going to pay off.
Exactly that, and there is a lot going on this game. There is a lot hanging on this game as well, I should say. Because if they were to lose this match, they are knocked into the consolation match. If Andrew is Toxic takes this easy 2-0 lead, man. If they do this, they are still undefeated. They have not dropped a single map, and they're just going to continue to go. But big engagement here in the middle.
We've got center, 2 Super Sentinels already, and they're just, again, Pat, light green is on the far side of the map. Dark blue is pushing by himself in the center, trying to be bold and take these power nodes, but it's just not working, and they haven't really thought this through yet. That teamwork is, I mean, look at the other team. Why don't you comment on Andrew's Toxic's teamwork right now?
It is absolutely insane. Look, every single unit they have that's out and about is stacked up on top of each other, because they know if they take out this early aggression that the blue team is just overcommitted, and they know they can capitalize
wide
on
open.
Look at this. As every single Marine runs for his mom, he's getting dropped by these turrets from the Jackrabbits.
Pat, this game might be over already. They are making a push.
They are aggressive. They said, we're going to play conservatively, and now we're going to just put the nail in the coffin. Let's move on to the next series. I am done with this.
They are just rinsing. Again, Green's units on the far side of the map. He's only got 3 there. He's got 1 here.
Oh my God.
This is over already, Pat.
He's got jump pack brutes coming out in massive numbers.
Oh, there it is!
It's not over yet. Shipmaster is still
wondering where all of
in
his
the
units
game.
were.
Look at every
That's where
single
they were.
unit. Oh my God! They might actually have to back up. They're like, wow, this is really strange. But look, What is he doing? That
Oh.
must be a misclick. Every green unit goes away. Oh, he's
Oh,
retreating.
He's bailing.
Why is
he's
he doing that?
He's running.
He's bailed and left his
He
team
ran.
alone.
He realized that his jump pack brutes can't attack the super sentinels, which is why he ran with them. And the jackrabbits are too quick. They're not going to be able to get hit by
With the
him.
shipmaster mine drop, Seabitch, oh my god, 5 jackrabbits fall. Incredible mine
But
there.
I don't
from
think
the
that's enough.
shipmaster, But it doesn't mean anything with the.
Well, he's transferring all of his brutes to the other side of the map. Pat,
Are we seeing a counterattack?
I don't know. I mean, he's going to lose his base for sure.
How fast the
but-
shipmaster falls. So many jackrabbits. So
Look at
many
this.
super
Look at
sentinels.
this. On this side, he's now getting maybe he's taking the last swing before he gets knocked out. Maybe that's what this
Swinging
is.
the hammer, man.
Look
He's
at this.
jumped
I
his
mean,
way across
literally,
the map
they've
to
got
apply
brute
pressure.
hammers.
Oh my god, that's insane.
But all he needs
Shipmaster's
is one
base
super
upgraded.
sentinel to. Oh, well, there's arc defense.
Using arc defense to defend the shipmaster's main base. He's going to fall. There it goes, dropping. That
Look
means,
at the amount of
oh my
units they
God,
have
dude.
this early in the game, and Dark Blue has nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And just they could try. Look, right now, Team Andrew's Toxic is
Oh, look at
pushing
the
back
damage
to their
they've done to the
main.
base. Look at the damage.
With the brutes being building killers, will they be able to get it weak
Oh.
enough? The arc defense.
Could it
Andrew's
be?
here knows it. Will the base fall?
I had no
man?
idea this was gonna happen.
Oh my god, it's so good. It
It's a
falls.
death.
Absolutely
They dropped his
incredible
base.
play. Wow.
I
oh
had
my
no
God.
idea that was gonna happen.
And they're boosting
look at him,
away.
he's trying to
They're
get away.
not done, man.
Run.
They're not done. They're going to continue the aggression as each and every one falls. Shipmaster says, you know what? You're going to take my main. Well, I'm going to take your
Pat,
expansion.
he's building in the far right corner. He's got a base on the enemy side.
Oh my
It might
God.
get overlooked.
I believe that C-Mitch knows of this. C-Mitch is going to engage that base with every jackrabbit he can possibly
That's
find on the
it.
map. That Shipmaster base is going to fall, Nick.
Pat, this game's over, but give it to Hosta's side. He can say if Andrew is Toxic does win this tournament, he knocked off the tournament champs base. And that might be the only team who's ever done it.
That is absolutely crazy, man. I have never seen something like that in my life.
I
So many
looked
jump
away
pack
for a
brutes.
split second and they just had nothing left on the base. It
They
was incredible.
flew across the map. Imagine running into something like that on ladder. What would you do? I would just start up a resign. I am done with this. That was an incredible play.
Wow.
Right now, the blue team is forced to one base, and all they are doing at this point, Andrew is Toxic, is flying around the map, taking control of every single spare spot, making sure they gain that advantage. There is just not much that the other team can do at this point. Andrew is Toxic has just taken complete control, taken the reins on this series, and they are just going to bring this series to a close right now.
Lunar Wish is just going flamers. He's trying to pump out any unit he possibly can. He's got 4 turrets. I mean, it's just not going to be enough. What an effort on their side, though. Who would have thought? He figured, I can't defend my base, so let me go take out one of the enemy's bases. What quick thinking. If only Lunar's Wish had a little more units maybe to help defend the base or at least fend them off, this could be a completely different game.
Absolutely. And see, Mitch, just being the #1 player he has taken all of his Kodiaks and Jackrabbits and teleported them across the map to get some easy pressure. The Sentinels fly
And
in,
you've got Udpu just cleaning up.
just
That's it.
sweeping them up over the entire enemy force. There is not much. This is game right here, Nicholas. I think we have seen a great opening series for the semifinals of the Breaking the Clutch 2v2 Open, Nick. This is absolutely insane. We couldn't have asked for anything better out of the top players in the game.
And congrats to Andrew is Toxic. It looks like, unless a miracle, they are moving on to the grand finals of this tournament, competing for that $80. That 80 big ones.
The 80 bones, man.
You know how many chicken nuggets that is?
Yeah, that's a lot of chicky tendies, man. I'm telling you,
Chicky
bro. That's,
tendies? It's like
that's a
800
lot.
chicky tendies.
that's a lot of chicky tendies, bro.
Get 10 for a buck.
There you go, man. I'd say that's the real investment, man. They're gonna take their money and buy some chicky tendies after this match. It looks like, your boy he's hanging on, you know? He's hanging on still.
I mean, he's got turrets. That's about it. That's his last unit right there. If C-Mitch and Udpu don't push up on this, then they're toying with him at this point because it's all said and done. He's got no units left.
Putting some bad manners
He's not
to
even
work.
producing units.
This is insane, man. Absolutely incredible plays with the Sentinels being building killers. Of course, their damage was reduced in the last patch, but Udpu showing us that they are still viable in a series like this. You would not expect that. A lot of players would not expect that unless they played the number 1 and 3 players in the world in 2v2 matchmaking, which I feel bad for anybody who's had to do it. I know I've done it, and that night I went home, called my mom. I was crying. I said, "Mom, what am I doing in my life?" She said, "When you lose the C-Mitch, honey, you might as well just give up." So now I work at McDonald's. So anyway, Nick, back to you.
So we've got Lunar's Wish is not giving up, I don't think. He's just going Marines. He selfed his 2 vehicle depots, and he's putting supply pads on them. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
Is there a war council, or I'm sorry, an armory? Is he opting in for the Condor
I
play?
think he's bowing out at this point. He's showing the enemy that he is not.
With the Inferno drop
Oh,
from
man.
C-Mitch, he says, "I'm going to set fire to your base, and you will resign because you just know it's over." Absolutely incredible. Lunar's Wish trying as hard as he possibly can to hang on, but he knows the inevitable is inevitable, and he is ready to give up on this game, I think, as each and every building on his base burns to an absolute crisp.
If I may, congratulations to Lunar's host for making it this far. You are still fighting for your chance for third, which is a nice little lump sum of money. And then, of course, congratulations to Andrews Toxic. They will be moving on to the grand finals. We'll be seeing more of both of these teams again in their respective matches later on.
Absolutely. Now, as we watch this game just come to a close, a Retriever Sentinel is called in from Udpu.
Oh, man.
Could you please just give up? Here is my trump card. And, of course, the Cyclops drop. God, that Cyclops is
Could the Cyclops do it?
Hero Cyclops.
do it?
Kill the Kodiak, man. Oh, unable to finish it off. Andrew is Toxic, taking the game 2 like it was nothing. Now, let's get a look-see at the stats. Just look at the serious control and what they took from this game, man. It all comes down to statistics. You can see exactly what happens with these numbers right here. C-Mitch, total supplies generated, just barely taking the lead from Udpu, as Udpu did lose his main base to the Hostile side. 14,000 supplies for each player, 6,000 plus power generated. Active leader powers, 3 great leader powers utilized from Udpu, especially with that arc defense early on. 35 units out of C-Mitch, 31 units lost out of C-Mitch as well, with only 4 units left. Almost lost his whole army there, with 44 units killed. Absolutely incredible game 2 of this series.
Pat, might I note real quick, you and I didn't lose any units.
Yeah,
Just shout out.
Look at the zeros across the board, man. Nothing is better than negative, I would say. Great games to you two guys. Can't wait to see you guys move on to the grand finals. Nick, any closing thoughts on that?
Again, if you're going to be Andrews Toxic, you've got to put your units together, put your minds together, and attack together. I mean, that is the one thing that I think was the dying breath of Lunar hosts, and I hope they improve and they figure this out before the consolation match later today. And Pat, we have so many more great games ahead of us. Let's move on to the semifinals bracket B, shall we?